I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm back with the Digits Club. We're going to have a look at the Paragen Launchpad, the upcoming launch, 50% TGE. There are some questions. So let's have a look. I'm going to pull up the chat window. And the next launch they're going to do, I haven't been on this Launchpad. Where do I go to see the launches? Oh, here, Launch App. And then we are, okay, that looks interesting. Okay, up only. That's a bad name, up only. That's it. Like if you name your project up only, isn't that basically setting it up for disaster? Because we all know it's not going to go up only. Sounds like a Ponzi waiting to happen, but I'm very curious. Your one-stop shop for everything play to earn and metaverse. That's quite broad. Up only helps you make data-driven investment choices and play to earn and blockchain-based gaming. All right. Interesting. Okay. This is quite cool that they put the main investors. So the market maker KuCoin, lead VC Signal Ventures, I'm not familiar. So the fund raise is on Binance Smart Chain and the token is on Polygon. 16 cents. Initial circulating supply. Ooh, initial market cap, still good. 500,000, not bad. A little bit higher than what we would like. 200K would be best. 50% at TGE, which is basically 2%. And after 1 month, an additional 50%. Let's go for the tokenomics. So probably they have a white paper. Yep, there we go. And then we'll just go to the tokenomics real quick. Up only, launching on Paragen. That's quite a short white paper. Is there anything on the vesting here? Or does it just go over the game and how amazing it is? Or whatever the platform is. I don't think there's anything on vesting here. Nope. We need to go somewhere else. Tokenomics. In a separate document. At least they got the artwork down. The artwork looks dope. They did the branding well. Okay, seed round, it's in tokens, not in value, and there's no percentages there. Quite difficult to read. Sponsor and player ads, operational reserve. Okay, here we go. They did an angel round, 5% before listing, 7.91% monthly for 12 months plus 30 days. 5% before listing. Do they mean 5% TGE? I assume that's what they mean when they say before listing. Yeah, because they say 50%. Okay, 5% TGE, 5% TGE, 5% TGE, 5% TGE, 50%. 1 million. Yeah, so there's going to be, so for your relative terms, 500,000 tokens, right, on TGE for the public. But take into consideration that the private is more than 500,000 on TGE because it's such a large amount and it's only 5%, right? So the pressure, I don't know how much they sold that for because it's not available, that information here. But specifically the private round 1 and 2 are basically going to dump on the public, right? It just makes sense. Seed as well and angel as well, because these rounds are just so much higher. So this is 500,000 tokens and this is also 500,000 tokens. Right? But you can imagine that the angel 5%, they're not going to hold, they're going to dump that shit. Does that make sense for everybody? Right? If they launch at 16 cents, how much did they actually buy that for? That's something that it doesn't say, right? So if it doesn't say how much they got in for, that's a little strange. I would like to know. Metaverse one pager. So it's not in the white paper. It's not on the one pager. How much did these guys pay? Because if it was really close, then it's fine, right? But I already know it's not really close because if they did an angel and a seed round, private 1 and 2, then there will be quite the gap and they will dump on the public. So they have quite a variety of partners. Anything interesting? Nakamoto Games is here. It's quite, so they have a Launchpad here, Moonstarter, Roseon. I assume Paragen is here somewhere. It's quite difficult to read, these logos. The Moon Carl as a Schiller. Oxbull as a Launchpad. Okay. Crypto rank says 12 cents for seed, private 14, and 16, and then public also 16. So if it's 12 for seed, 4 cents relative to 16, so that's about a 22, 25% gain that these guys already have on their token, right? I don't know what the scope of this project is, the idea of the potential, right? But 25% in the current market, I'll take it. I'll dump the tokens, right? 33%, that's the difference. Fair. Yeah, anything above probably 15%. I mean, like 15% profit, I'll be happy with that. There's not a docs. Oh, well, they have a docs team. That's weird. Just put the first names and then you do put the LinkedIn. Obviously here I can see your fucking full name. Nathapol Asarasakorn. We can see you from Bangkok, Thailand. And here he's called Top. That's weird. Boy, maybe because they have, so that's also one thing that I just want to mention real quickly, because these guys have non-tier 1 names. I feel it's kind of disrespectful not to put your real name, because in this day and age, people don't give a fuck where you're from, especially not in crypto, right? So if you have some kind of like Ching Chong, no disrespect type of name, right? Something like, which is like unheard of, don't use like a Western name like James or Top or Rod. You don't have to, just put your real name, because we actually appreciate that a lot more, showing you who you really are. Because guy, you don't look like this. This is not an avatar of you. This is just a random avatar, right? Which makes it look dodgy, makes it look weird. If it's like a team from Thailand, as a serious investor as I am, I don't care. There's a lot of great studios and whatever coming from Thailand. Only the non-serious investors would say like, oh, Thailand, I don't know about that, you know? Like, I'm not familiar, but I assume a lot of you guys watching this right now, you know a lot of good things happen in Thailand. A lot. But I'm not familiar with that at all. So I only focus on the crypto gaming. Yeah, I mean, like the nicknames, they're fine, right? But this is like the team dashboard. So if they put like nicknames on the white paper or whatever, they have linked their LinkedIns and they need to show their real names. So that's important, definitely. I don't actually know what this primarily is about. So they have a play-to-earn gaming analytics and prediction platform. What do they predict, actually? Smarter investments, okay? We help you make data-driven investment choices for play-to-earn. And okay, so how does it work? Is there any easy way to understand this? Leverage up-only data and bet on the outcomes with the token. Okay, so it's not actually a software tool, it's more of a betting platform, right? Which is 2 different things. Yeah, seems like betting on play-to-earn results. It does look like that, definitely. Bet on the outcome of play-to-earn and blockchain-based games with UPA token and level up your crypto holdings. I think solely from the name and from their point of view, I think it's an extremely risky business model, right? Saying up only, right, it is already a lot of liability issues, legislation. I don't know how that's regulated in Thailand, but I think they will function as a crypto casino, kind of, right? This is gambling, and you're saying up only as your marketing pitch, basically, which would indicate a guarantee of making money, which is obviously extremely risky. Just from a business point of view, you can control your dreams. That's quite random. Yeah, I would like to know more about the actual platform. It just brings you back to this sketch, which doesn't really say anything, right? So let's have a look at the actual Paragen race. Fundraising starts in 3 days, 20 hours. A fast data directory and prediction infrastructure for everything play to earn a metaverse. Priding itself in transparent and reliable data, Up only provides play to earn and metaverse gamers with tools they need to identify the most lucrative gaming opportunities and optimize their performance in the gaming endeavors. So it's not actually focused on crypto games. It is focused on crypto games. So it's not for investors, it's actually for gamers. That's important to understand here. With Up only, gamers can leverage, okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, interesting. I'm not interested in this. I think it looks like a shit project, specifically with 50% TGE and a prominent dump incoming from the other rounds, right? However, let's have a look at CoinMarketCap, because Pierce said that Paragen is pumping. Paragen. And Mirko from Unix is actually not here, probably because of the time difference. So if he replies me within the next hour, I will be doing another AMA after this with Mirko, because my time has changed in the time zone and his hasn't. So that might be like the difference on the meeting. All right, small pump here. This was the 31st. So it pumped. Was that the announcement or was that something else? It's not as significant, 24. Well, it did go to 31 and then back to 29, 28, and now a little bit lower. Let's go to Twitter, because usually all major announcements are made on Twitter. This was, yeah, this was probably because of KuCoin, right? So because of this announcement. Does that make sense? This was about 2 p.m. Yeah, it's just 24 hours ago, which it is. See? So that makes sense that overall, this was basically the case that because KuCoin's name is there, they involve them, that it pumps as it has a high potential. It might have, right? But it's not something I would personally pick in the current market conditions, just to be considerate of, right? Yeah, I mean, 50% TGE is always quite risky. Definitely. One of the things you have to take into consideration that it's only from Paragen, at least, it's only 40K, right? So the raise is 80K, but it's 2 months. So 40K is being released. However, you have to look at it from a point of view that is there enough interest to buy that supply? On this kind of project, I don't think there is, right? 126K followers, yes. This is the run-up, right? The run-up to the announcement. So this was made 5 hours ago about an AMA, which got 281 likes, but only 3 comments, right? Which is weird. One of the comments is actually from the guy doing the AMA. The other one is spam, likely, yes. And the other one is some Turkish guy promoting Oxbull, which is also irrelevant here, although the launch is happening there, right? So it's definitely important to check the engagement in terms of what to expect, because these likes, as we all know in the crypto space, they don't matter that much. Obviously, the airdrop gets a lot of engagement, right? So, or this is even a retweet, but it has like 111 comments. So that's obviously what drives the engagement. Other than that, the engagement is very little. I mean, 3 comments with 126,000 people following, unlikely. So these are all airdrop engagement followers, which basically are no real followers, which means there's potentially relatively little interest for the project, right? Just do take that into consideration when doing your research. Okay, any other questions on up only, or is that pretty clear? Clear? Perfect. Onwards we go. What else? We had one more project, which was called, what was it called? ANML making moves as well. That rhymes. That's funny. ANML, animal concepts. Man, people keep texting me about this project. So literally 2 guys texted me the day that this launched, gave me a whole rundown. Animal concepts, oh wait, it's the wrong token. I'm talking about a different token. And then I was like, wait, what's happening? Is this animal concept? Is it something else? And they were like, oh, never mind. That was so strange. 2 people. Anyway, when did this launch? Not too long ago. This was a couple of days ago. Yep. So definitely came from a high launch. So probably this was CoinMarketCap is available usually half a day to a day after launch. They are on Uniswap, Ethereum blockchain, PancakeSwap, Binance Smart Chain. Yep. 3 million unconfirmed market cap, fully diluted 146, 7 million. So the volume is really good, right? You can see that the price spike, there was no new exchange because the volume hasn't gone up significantly. It's just in a nice run up. Why? I don't know. But it did basically make, well, almost 100% gain, right? Yeah, 85% in one day. And that's obviously with the micro cap, you have this opportunity. When we look at their Twitter, definitely a lot less followers, right? More stable engagement. Whoa. Animal concerts. Ah, okay. So they're going to NFT drop in collaboration with On the Way, Billy Ray Cyrus. I don't know who the fuck that is. But obviously we all know the DOGG. So they are doing a NFT drop with them, and Cointelegraph is promoting it aggressively, which makes sense that the coin pumps, right? 85%, quite significant. But yeah, good job on the animal concerts. If anybody's holding this, that was quite a good launch, I believe. At least they have been very focused on delivering, right, upon their roadmap and promotional efforts. So Billy Ray is Hannah Montana's father. Okay, good for her. Who the fuck is Hannah Montana? You mean Miley Cyrus? I'm not 12, so I wouldn't know. No, I'm playing. I'm looking actually today at OpenSea. I'm refreshing the Imposters 2.22. It's so close to my sales order, so close, but it's not there yet. So I have to be patient. But yeah, that would be. So my strategy with Imposters, I can tell you guys. So they're unrevealed right now, right? And I stole this idea from somebody else. So I got my Imposters on an average price of 0.79. Right now they're 2.2 and I'm selling at 2.3 basically, right? So it's very close. When I sell, I make about $40,000 profit. And then next week on the reveal on Wednesday, I buy them back, right? So I buy them back. Why? Oh, but it means that you don't know if you got a high rarity. I don't give a fuck about the rarity. I want the lowest rarity, the cheapest ones. I just want to stake and get more NFTs. The odds of you getting a 1 of 1 is 1 in 1,000, 0.1%. Very unlikely. So I'm going to take my profits first. Then after the reveal, the price sinks, as it always does, buy back in, stake my Imposters, get the blood token, buy all the other NFTs, and then sell that shit in one go, right? Because I like this project, I support this project, but I support it for myself to make money, right? I don't support it for just to show support, which I think is a cool strategy, which I stole from somebody else. No, I didn't steal it. It was some guy from Neo Tokyo that I follow on Twitter, and he said, I'm going to dump, not because I want to dump, but because I'm going to buy back in later once the reveal has happened, because I'm not looking for the rare ones. And I was like, no, my mind is blown right now. This is what I should do. But then at that point, the floor was 2.3. So I did put, well, I saw that yesterday and I listed them this morning because I've been busy. But then the floor was 2 Ethereum, but it's very shaky. But it's a good strategy nonetheless. What is 1 of 1,000? The elite rarity that you get like a 1 of 1, which is worth like 50 Ethereum, something like this, you know? So that's definitely interesting. World of Women, Galaxy is a long-term hold. Well, the name alone means that I'm not interested. We need a World of Men. World of Savages. No, I mean, I saw this project. It was like a super big cash grab, right? So good for them. The whole project doesn't interest me. The art doesn't interest me, nothing like that. Asuki did the airdrop of something official, did really well. Happy for those guys. I don't have those, so I don't really care about it. No, outrage. There will be a lot more rarities, right? But I'm only looking for the valuable ones on Imposters. I'll buy the cheapest ones, the least rare ones, because I just want the utility. I don't care about the status per se of having a super rare one. So that's why I rather take profits early than instead of risking holding and then turning out shit, right? So, oh, if I sold them, I will track them. I will write down the numbers. If they turn out to be refilled and they're super epic, then I'm not going to cry about it, because those are the choices you need to live with. Basically, uses torturing yourself, but definitely that thing. What NFTs are you looking at next after Imposters? They're called, well, I can't tell you what they're called yet, but there will be an announcement soon on digitsmainframe.com. And that's all I'm allowed to say. So says the team. I've been working very hard since our last meeting, Piers. But do I look tired? I think I look okay. Right? I haven't slept in days. All I have is nightmares. I've only got one imposter. Would you suggest to go all the way with, yeah, the UFO and planets? Yeah. So the thing is with these imposters, if you have the imposter, you stake it on the day the staking becomes available to earn the blood, you will yield enough to actually buy with the blood all the UFO, the pets, the lands, and everything. Right? So if you stake late, then you will not have enough blood and you need to buy the blood, right? But if you stake on time, you will have enough to mint basically everything. And I want to mint everything and then see where the price is at, and then probably take up another 100K, right? Because this is very much hype. The Face Banks is the advisor. I like the idea. So I know that the price initially threw people off. They brought the price down. I was negative about the price, but they fixed it. So now I'm bullish, you know. I got nothing bad to say about this. I like the idea. Not to play, because obviously I'm not going to fucking play it myself, but I will invest in it for a opportunity. Should you buy an imposter after the reveal? That's possible. It will be next week on Wednesday. Is that correct? No, next week on Monday, I think. Well, just calculate when it was minted. I forgot. And then basically 1 week. So it was minted on the 29th. So yeah, next week, the 6th of April, something like this, will be your opportunity to catch one. I would probably say, like, it's likely that the floor will go to like 1 Ethereum 1.2. I think that makes sense. How would imposters gain mass adoption? Gaming guilds? I don't think this is the gaming guild kind of thing. This is like the kind of game I feel like you would play with friends, because it's like basically like this, yeah? You need to complete levels with like 6 of your friends, 5 of your friends. And then one guy kills everybody, and you need to either find out who's killing everybody and working against the team, or complete all the levels, either one of the two, right? So this is like your Friday night kind of have a beer and some crisps kind of game, right? Instead of playing a board game, you're playing like a social game where there's this like one killer. It's kind of like a social gathering. That's why I think it plays really well with the metaverse. And obviously, Elio will push it really hard. And obviously, his super farm backing, his Neo Tokyo backing, they will push the adoption for him, which I think is always a good thing to back these guys because of what they've built so far. Not really because of their persona, right? But if you're a smart investor, somebody who builds great things and has a big following, that just is very important in this day and age. Yeah, so I think these characters, they're actually not required to play the game. So these imposters, I don't know if they can breed or whatever the fuck, but it's definitely, there will be game modes, right? So it's not like one game. And I don't know if you can breed them or how that specifically works, but he will basically test it with everybody who has an imposter NFT, and they're 10,000. So you probably have like good 100 to 500 beta users. And once the game goes live, I assume they will do something like breeding or another mint or whatever to get the mass adoption going. And that's why you can basically tell from an NFT collection if they plan on expanding in the future or have thought about it. They will put Genesis in the name, right? Because you would only put Genesis in the name if you're going to release another collection. Because otherwise, if you just have one collection, you don't have to call it Genesis. Because Genesis basically means the foundation of on which we build. The next, and there's many for sale, right? But the volume is also crazy. So it's definitely being traded quite aggressively. All right, any other questions, guys? Any other questions? We have half an hour to see if Mirko. Yeah, I think I minted like 4, so 2 wallets, 4 wallets for whitelist. So I got 4 whitelists, 4 wallets. Then I did public on 2 wallets, and then I bought, I think, 3. So I didn't have 13, I actually have 12. I didn't count it properly. I have 12 of these NFTs. How did you get 4 whitelists? I have 3 Neo Tokyo citizens, and I have a super farm shark dude, which I bought just to get the whitelist. So it's basically money makes money kind of game, right? That's how that goes. Anyway, I'll make a separate video on the coin market of today and the NFTs. I'll keep this one short. I will check back with you guys in 30 minutes. So just to see if Mirko does show up to the Discord. And if he does show up, then I'll pick it up there. If not, then we will see him next week, right? So if he does show up on his original time on his calendar, it will be in half an hour, because I was half an hour earlier because of the fucking time zones. But that will be okay, I think. So thank you guys for being here. I did enjoy that small coverage of Paragen and the Imposters Mint. See you guys next time.